All right, and we're back, Savannah. Welcome back to the Savannah Business Showcase. I'm here once again with Debra Anthony Larson, CEO and President of Hospice Savannah, here talking about the Rotary Read-In, the inaugural read-in where they're going to read into 15,000 students all across Savannah, Chatham County Schools on March 22nd from 9 a.m. to 10:30. So that's going to be exciting. But right now, we're going to put Ms. Larson through the lightning round.
Okay. Looking forward to it.
And like I said before, you can answer them as short or as long as you want to. Just a bunch of random questions, and we'll get through it.
Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm. What did you want to be as a kid, and how does that relate to your current position?
I wanted to be a veterinarian.
Okay.
And instead of helping animals, I guess I'm helping people.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which can sometimes act like animals.
Yeah.
How have you approached failure in life?
As something to learn from. I just pick myself up and sort of think about why I wasn't successful and how I can learn and make opportunities to do improvements and just move forward.
Mm. Who influenced you early in life, and who's your mentor now?
I've had a lot of people that have influenced me. I would say my parents, and my parents in different ways. My father was a social worker. He had his master's in social work. He was an executive director, United Way.
Okay.
And so I think that's one of the reasons I might have gone the direction of getting into social work, because I do have my master's in social work. But in regards to being a woman that is very confident and successful, I would say that person was my mother. Hmm. My mother. And who is now?
Yeah.
That as I said, I just lost my mom. I lost my mom in December of 2016, and I'm not really sure if I have. I think she still is, even though she's not physically with me. She's with me every day in my heart, and I still think that she's probably who's guiding me from the heaven. So.
Yeah, I'm sure she's definitely still with you.
She is.
So, advice for new entrepreneurs and people looking to get into business.
Well, I've never really seen myself as an entrepreneur since I have always been a part of a not-for-profit. I've been in healthcare. All my healthcare experiences have been for not-for-profits. And, of course, Hospice Savannah is not-for-profit. But I also believe that not-for-profits also have to be a business. Mm-hmm. We just turn monies, our assets, if we have any, into, again, just get back into the organization, which instead businesses do the same thing. So my advice is to find a mentor, someone that has been successful in whatever it is that you're wanting to venture into, and use their experience and their knowledge. I would also say be willing to take risk. And don't think that everything's going to be perfect, that you're not going to have mistakes, you're not going to have failures, because you will, but learn from those, and you'll just become stronger, and with it, I think that you'll be more successful in any kind of field that you choose to go into.
I agree. And it was a great segue. Tell me a story about a failure.
A failure. Wow, I feel like I'm in a job interview.
Well, the idea is to help motivate new entrepreneurs, and we're all going to fail. So maybe your story can help them.
We do. And I first of all, my language is I tend not to say failure. I always say to my coworkers and even my family is you've come across an opportunity, that you've found an opportunity that you could step back and say, I could have done something different with that. And I would say I've had definitely my opportunities at Hospice Savannah. As I was sharing with you at break, we have 16 other hospices that are in the community. And I feel that I've had opportunities to better differentiate how we're different from those other hospices. And because I have not necessarily been on top of that as well, competition is tough, and competition is tough when you're in a business, and competition is tough when you're in a not-for-profit or a healthcare business. And that's what I'm having to deal with right now, is how to better address competition and to set ourselves as an organization apart from those that are our competitors, essentially. I don't think people think, like, who would be competing for hospice business, but like I said, there's 16 hospices, and we're the 17th. We used to be the one and only, and when all of a sudden you have 16 other businesses that are providing the same service, but they're not. And that's what I'm trying to provide the leadership and seeing where I have the opportunities is to better differentiate ourselves.
Got you. Okay, so there's another entrepreneur or CEO in your same position where they have an opportunity presented itself to them, and now they have to change the game a little bit. So, like, what advice do you have for another entrepreneur in your
But first
situation?
of all, surround yourself with outstanding people. I think that in all fields, be it, just a grocery store as well as providing hospice services, you have to surround yourself with people that are competent, that are motivated, that are passionate about what they're doing, that are nice, that have smiles on their faces. Service, quality. If you have a quality product and you provide exceptional service, you're going to set yourself apart. But who you have to assure to do the quality and the exceptional service is the people that you choose to join either your organization or you bring into business.
Very true. Yeah, there's
it's all about the people.
Yeah, there's I don't know if it's Jim Rome or Zig Ziglar, but it's like you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Yeah, that's something I repeat to myself all the time when I look at my friends.
Something I just seen on Facebook is Will Smith, is in Savannah, and apparently he's getting really big into blogging. And something that did you see about his message about surrounding your people that flame your fire versus putting out your flame? I mean, it was very powerful to me, is that you want to surround yourself with people, again, that are passionate, that have positive attitudes, that feed your fire, is what he says. And he says, and if you step back and you recognize that you're surrounding yourself with people that are dousing your fire, those are the people you need to step away from. And I think that's very powerful. And I think that that's even true in business, is that you want people in your organization to be passionate and that are feeding the flames of whatever your mission and your vision is of your organization. And if you're having people in your organization that are putting water on the fire and helping the fire to burn out, they need to move on. They need to get off the bus.
That's true. That's true. And it is powerful. And I think if you look behind the scenes of anybody who's very, very successful, like Steve Jobs or, anybody, like they have a team around them that is propelling them forward. Even if it just looks like one person up there, they always have a team behind them.
Oh, I always say that it's I get accolades at times, and I say it's not me, it's my team. It's the people that are doing the work day in and day out, because again, I have a lot of fighter feeders is how I'm going to think about it now, that they're amazing people. Our leaders in our organization and those that are doing the hands-on day-to-day work are who makes a difference. And I think that's true with any business. Again, it's all about the people and the people that you surround yourself with or that you bring into your business.
I agree 100%. Okay, a few more and we'll let you get out of here.
Sure.
You said you're an avid reader. So
yes, I am.
What is your favorite book or favorite recent book? I know that's a hard question.
Oh, favorite recent. I just finished, I'm in a book club here in Savannah. And again, I was very blessed to be able to be brought into a book club that has been around in the Savannah community since the 1970s. Wow, okay. Yes, we like our history. Okay. And we just, as a book club, just finished a book, and I'm terrible about authors, but she was at our book festival last year, 26-year-old young woman that graduated from Stanford, and she's from Ghana, and the book is called Homecoming. And I just finished that, and we reviewed it, and it's amazing. It's a book that starts over in Africa and then comes to the States, and it's generational, and it's essentially two stepsisters that their lives diverge, and one stepsister life stays in Africa, and the other one comes to the United States. Not, of course, in a pleasant way in regards to a slave ship, but it's absolutely an amazing book. And to think that someone who's only 26 years old wrote this, and she started writing it when she was 19 years old.
Wow.
So that was my most recent book, and I highly encourage. She's gotten a lot of awards for it.
Awesome. Okay.
Homecoming. Did you write it down?
I did write it down.
Okay.
I got it. I'll look it up.
It's very good. It's very good.
So there's a concept called Paretos Principle. It's also known as the 80-20 rule. So 20% of your actions in business equal 80% of your results. So at hospice at hospice. So what are the 20% of things you do that gets you the most results?
Again, it's being nice and providing quality care. Again, it goes back to the people. Providing outstanding patient care and being passionate and compassionate. We're coming into the lives of individuals and families at their most vulnerable time. And we just have to thank them every day that they've allowed us to be a part of this end-of-life journey and be there for them and listen and provide what they need to make that journey as peaceful as possible.
Two more. If you had a superpower or ability, what would you choose and why?
Oh my goodness! If I had a superpower, and that's so relevant now, with Wonder Woman and all the Superwoman activities that are happening out there in the movie industry. If I had a superpower, and it sounds silly, this is probably very social worky of me, but I would bring a lot of things going through my mind. I would want to erase all forms of discrimination, be it gender, sexuality, color of the skin, where you live, what country you live in. I just think that I don't know how I would do that unless I had some kind of power to take it away from people's brains. But discrimination, I think that religious discrimination, all of that to me is what has brought hatred and wars,
true.
to the world.
Yeah. It would be a hard thing to do.
Yeah, I don't know how I would do that with my superpower. But when I first thought of what you were telling me was to end war and to bring peace. But I think that so much of the underlying hostilities that we have today is all based on discrimination.
I agree.
And who wants to be all the same? I mean,
That's
how
true.
boring would that be?
Right.
How boring would that be?
And just because you're different doesn't mean you're better.
No.
Or worse. Last question. And once again, thank you for coming on the show.
Oh, sure. It's been fun.
So, advice for entrepreneurial kids. So, young people who want to start a business. Advice for them.
Again, read, study, learn. I don't think, and you don't have to learn just in school. I think that we have so many opportunities to learn from others that are in that business. Take on try to find a mentor, have someone take you under their wing. There's so many, I would say books, but now with the internet, just be a sponge and just learn and absorb and allow yourself to take risk and to explore. And what you might have an interest in today may not be something you have an interest in the future, but just give yourself as many opportunities as you can. But the foundation to me to be successful is that you have to be educated and that you have to make a commitment to having an education in one form or the other. I think, traditional education, but also other means of education by, going out there and volunteering or, working in a business or in a store or just, there's just allow yourself to be exposed to as many things as you possibly can be exposed to.
Beautiful.
So.
Okay. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you.
What is the best way people can reach you, get in contact with hospice, or get involved with the Read-In? What's the best way for them to sign up?
The Read-In is, and we still are looking for, we have, as of today, about 450 readers. I think we need about another 50 readers. You can register at WRUU Savannah Rotary Read-In, that's all one word, .com. And you actually then, it's very simple. It takes maybe less than 5 minutes to register. They'll ask for your name, your email address, your telephone number. If you have a school preference now, you may not be able to get your specific school because our schools are starting to get filled up with readers. But we definitely encourage everyone to consider being a reader. And again, it's next Thursday, March the 22nd. I can be reached at Hospice Savannah at dlarson@hospicesavannah.org.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, everybody out there, for listening. It's been another great episode of the Savannah Business Showcase. As always, go out there, be the change you want to see in the world. Tell somebody you love them. Do something impactful. Go out and help somebody. And I love you guys, and I will see you next week.